Let's now take a trip down the lanes of history. The Velvet Revolution, the anti-Vietnam War protests, the dismantling of apartheid, the Tiananmen Square movement, all of these changed the course of history. What else do they have in common? Students. Students started and steered these movements. In the past, students have started revolutions, they've overthrown governments, altered status quo. Some of these students may not have been old enough to vote, but they were resolute enough to challenge the adult society. History is a witness, and the actions of current governments a testimony. Let me show you what happened in China. This photo on your screen is from China's Jiangsu province. The man sitting in front in white is a college principal. He was recently held hostage. By whom? His students. They kept him at the college campus for 30 hours. Why? Because students were protesting the plan to merge independent colleges with vocational institutes. The decision had come from the province's education department, and along with this college, students in 4 other colleges were up in protest. What happened then? The police interfered. They overpowered students with batons and pepper spray. The principal was freed, but not before the merger plan was suspended. Chinese mouthpiece Global Times says there were also events of physical confrontation. Now, holding a principal hostage is not the best idea, not the best way to express displeasure. But China's crackdown was swift, and there's a story there as well. Why do governments suppress students the moment they voice their opinion or protest policies? Why do student activists so often land up in jails? Why are campuses so closely monitored? I'll tell you why. Because governments fear students. Let's come back to the China example. This time, the students forced the suspension of a government directive, which is rare in China, in a regime like China, which has previously seen students posing a threat to the very legitimacy of the government. Who can forget 1989? Students in China were demanding democracy and liberty. The Chinese government had to send tanks to Tiananmen Square, while Beijing managed to massacre the movement. Not too far away from China, another communist government fell. In 1989, students in Czechoslovakia started an uprising. Prague was flooded with 500,000 protesters. 11 days into the protest, the Communist Party of Czechoslovakia relinquished power. 1 year later, a new government was elected. Students have ushered in democracy. They've also ended wars. In 1964, America entered the Vietnam War. Back in the country, thousands of students took to the streets. They conducted marches, sit-ins. They turned the opinion of the public against the war. President Richard Nixon was forced to start withdrawing troops from Vietnam right after taking office in 1969. The year before that, 1968, French students brought their country to a halt. They almost toppled President Charles de Gaulle. Did you know students also sparked the movement that ultimately ended apartheid in South Africa? It began in the 1970s with an uprising in the public schools of Soweto in South Africa. Students were protesting the introduction of Afrikaans as the medium of instruction. Why? Because Afrikaans was associated with apartheid, and most black students preferred English. The protest spread to Johannesburg. It was soon exported to campuses across the globe. From the University of Columbia to California, students compelled administrators to withdraw funds from South African companies. The economic stress ultimately contributed to the dismantling of apartheid. Like I said, students have immense power, and leaders know this far too well. Why do you think Hitler altered school curriculum? Why were books tailor-made to reflect the Nazi ideology? Because he knew if students grew up to challenge Nazism, it would be the end of his dictatorship. In 1942, students did just that. In the University of Munich, students formed a group to resist Nazi atrocities. It was called the White Rose. 3 years later, Nazi Germany lost its leader. Here's something that's more recent, the Arab Spring. Experts say it would not have been possible without the youth. Students also started the 2014 Hong Kong Umbrella Revolution. They took to the streets demanding full democratic elections. In Thailand, students have been protesting for more than a year now for political change. As we speak, students are also fighting the military junta of Myanmar. Now you know why governments fear students. These voices do not have a price tag. They cannot be bought. What they have is the energy to take on even the most formidable of regimes. Campuses are where revolutions begin. They're the cradle of social and political change. And once students decide to bring about a change, even regimes like China have a hard time resisting. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.